Hi, everybody.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
Banshee.
I'm in a holiday spirit. I'm wearing green and cranberry.
And look at my hopefully cat-proof holiday or seasonal decoration. It's a snowman, so I think it could be my winter decoration.
Did you notice how I looked over the shoulder to see if
Yes.
Sunman had noticed?
He's
up in his
passed
perch.
out up there. Oh, hey, Angel. Thank you. We hope it survives the test of time here.
So hope everybody's doing well today.
Yeah. I was going to say something, and now I forgot what.
Should I move it now?
Yeah, you could move it now. We have a few big announcements to start the show with. And I'll give a hint. It's about giveaways.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. We're starting, this is the season of giving, and we want to give back to our loyal followers and subscribers and hope to generate some more YouTube subscribers in the process. So we're going to have a few giveaways, and also just to our loyal Twitter and Facebook crowd.
Right, exactly. So next Sunday will be the biggie, the one on YouTube here, right here.
Next Sunday's a biggie. That one is going to be our grand prize, which is, let's see. Well, I actually have something that I think is pretty big too, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
We're giving away another copy of the Grimalkin Tarot, brand new. We bought 2 copies so we could give one away. There it is. It's a beautiful deck, deck. So that'll be next Sunday.
On our YouTube channel. Be here or be square. Now, for our non-USA people, this is basically, we will ship in the U.S.
Right, outside of the Continental, we can't necessarily do this.
No.
So we have an alternative.
We will give away a free calendar reading, tarot reading to the lucky person from Britain or wherever in the world that wins.
Right, we have discovered by looking at our analytics that 20%, 1/5 of our viewers generally tends to come from outside of the U.S. So we applaud you people for having good taste.
Now, our Facebook and Twitter folks, we're not sure what we're going to do where, so you know what? It might be good for you to subscribe to both Facebook and Twitter to make sure you don't miss out. But on one, we'll be offering the small tarot of the white cats or white cats. And the other is a mini Night Sun Tarot. Very popular deck as well.
Yes, I have the regular size Night Sun Tarot. It's done by Fabio Listrani, who also does the Santa Muerte deck, which is a fabulous deck too.
Oh, is that Sanjib with us?
Yes, it is. I believe
Right.
Sanjib.
I'll
Hi
get you
there.
on the
And yeah,
list,
right.
Sanjib.
We've looked at our analytics, and about 1/5 of our audience comes from overseas or not inside the U.S. So that's fabulous.
I have one more giveaway to talk about, so hang in there. I'm not sure how, where, or when I'm going to do this one yet, but I feel it's kind of in honor of my upcoming retirement because this is probably something I will be spending a lot of time doing on my retirement. So I'm going to show you the unopened copy of the one that I have. I am going to give away... Let me get this stuff out of there. I'll talk about that in a minute. A copy of the Everyday Witch Oracle coloring book.
This thing is massive.
And it's spiral bound, which is really nice.
Hold it up. See how big it is?
See how big it is? It's autographed by the artist. And it's just a beautiful coloring book. I don't know if we can show the pictures there, but it is absolutely wonderful. Hi, Esoterics.
So we truly regret not being able to offer these prizes to our international audience. We are going to offer the 12-card calendar reading, and that is available for them either in our video or an email format.
Yeah. So yeah, we do apologize for that. The other thing is, I'm not sure yet if I'm going to have a booby prize drawing or a added in with the coloring book, but I'm going to give up 3 of Elizabeth Alba's bookmarks. They are not signed. You can flip it around a minute just to show. There's art on the back, and there is a nice saying on the back from the Everyday Witch Oracle. So it is, well, actually it tells what the art is. It's just beautiful. They're beautiful. I don't know which one I showed before. Did I show the cat one?
I don't remember. I'm just looking at all the glare, and I wonder if it's from the globe there.
I could shut the globe off at some
Maybe.
point if you feel so.
Well, it's kind of distracting.
I wonder
with
if it's
trying to
that.
show the
Remember, we
cards.
left this light on.
That's true. So,
All right, so that's what's going on, and I'm not sure how we're going to do that yet. Maybe somehow I'll have a pot for people to sign up from Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube, and I'll just throw them all in a hat, the names, and we will draw from there and see who's lucky.
pay no attention to the loud noise. You just
Pay no attention to the loud noises. Mr. O almost killed himself.
tripping.
So he will be back, and me.
Tripping the non-light fantastic.
And so that's basically it. A season of giving.
I'm back.
All right. So I have for us today, this is going to be Cyril Marchetti Day, except for my Lenormand. I'm going to be using the Oracle of Visions by Cyril Marchetti for our collective card. I love this deck. I love all his decks, I have to say. All right, Mr. O.
Who, me?
Yes, you. And it's either way is fine. Ooh, that looks kind of intense.
What is that?
Well, what number is it?
It says number 8.
All right, well, I will tell you. The book is gone.
Yes, it's by me.
Oh. It's going to be one of those days, people. It's goals, dedication, and process. And when we are motivated by goals that have deep meaning, by dreams that need completion, by pure love that needs expressing, then we truly live life. In a larger metaphysical sense, our journey through life is said to be full of transformation from an imperfect, corruptible state towards a perfect, healthy, and everlasting state. What does not kill us makes us stronger. You know, I like that song by Kelly Clarkson. Thus, painful or difficult changes that we endure can, in theory, burnish us in a spiritual sense to a higher golden shine. We can also seek out knowledge, opportunity, and challenge. It's not necessary to merely allow life to happen to us. This card is a reminder to stay focused on the goal and to continually apply the required self-discipline. It will all be worth it in the end. And that's what I have for everybody.
So, decks today.
Yes, sir.
I am using 3 decks, my Tarot the Northern Shadows, and previously I had this one up there on the board, the Star, and I think it's kind of nice because it has the 6-pointed star that looks similar to the Jewish star. So once again, happy Hanukkah to all of our audience that may be celebrating that. Then I also have the Karma Music Tarot.
It's back, Gina.
And that's their version of the Empress number 3. They call it Lilith. That's the back. It's a Bohemian Tarot. And then finally, I have my Nefertari Golden Tarot, and that's the Emperor from that deck.
Well, that's a nice, shiny, sparkly one.
Yes, they are shiny and sparkly. They all are. What do you got, Banshee?
Well, we're celebrating Cyril Marchetti today. Oh, that's a beautiful one. The Ten of Cups in the Gilded Tarot Royale, I believe it's called. The Gilded Tarot Royale. Boy, I hope I get these right. Starting to get confused with my Ciro Marchetti decks here. This one, I believe, is the Tarot of... Oh gosh. It's the Tarot Grand Lux, I believe, or the Tarot of Dreams. It's the Tarot of Dreams, I believe.
King of Cups.
I could be wrong. No, it's the Tarot of Dreams. And...
Hi, Austin.
Hey, Austin. Welcome. And then I have the Tarot Grand Lux here. I just love the symmetry with the Hanged Man. It's just really, really nice flow with that card. So it's Ciro Marchetti Day with me, except, of course, for my Lenormand, which will be the Yuletide Lenormand again, because we're still celebrating the Yule season. And what card can I show today? Oh, it's those darn little mice. But they're cute. But they're not so cute if you get them.
Well, what would Christmas time be without little mice nibbling around?
Okay, so that's my decks. I think that's our announcements. Except, Yule is coming up. Winter solstice is coming up pretty soon. Another week, right?
Right, so we're going to be having two things on December 21st, the winter solstice. The first will be our monthly modality messages, which is our unique tarot reading using astrological modalities to give a month-long reading. That'll be somewhere on December 21st, a week from tomorrow. And then also that same day, I'm going to have a brief tarot meditation for the winter solstice as well. That'll be announced as soon as I know for sure when it's going to be.
Eat a sheet. Maybe it's a nice way of saying eat, you know what?
I've never heard that.
You know, something that's a little shorter in spelling. I'm just wondering. Okay, Austin, I've got you on the list. I think I've got everybody. I'll go over the list in a minute. I see we have Gina's question, and she wants the Karma music.
You got it.
So Gina's first, and then Libra Cusp, Aaliyah, My Sweet Christina, Angel Mary, Angel Rivera, Sanjib, Esoterics, and Austin. So we're debating whether we're actually going to live stream on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. I think if we do New Year's Eve, we might just do some type of short yearly outlook for people, maybe, very short. But of course, if you want a real big yearly outlook, you should purchase one of our spreads that we offer. You can find details on Facebook or Twitter on that. We have them pinned to our page. They're nice and very involved readings that will get you through 2021. And here's hoping for a better 2021, right, Mr. O?
Indeed. I was just reading about the Eat a Sheet.
Yeah.
And I haven't a clue. I just couldn't imagine.
I think it could be like, I'm going to say it in a nicer way, eat crap, a nicer way of saying that.
Well, and there was some of my best friends around the time I was in grade school. They did have a mom themselves who came from Sicily. Their grandmother we always called Nuni or Nune. But I don't remember that. That was probably a secret they kept.
Well, I know as kids, if we wanted to say, S-H-I-T, we would say sheet instead.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking. But I don't know. Because you said it's not a very nice thing, right?
I can only imagine.
I wonder if you just Google it, if it will come up for you. This is the librarian talking. Google it.
Cut.
Oh, yeah. Move your arm.
Nah.
Yes. There.
I'll let you spin them.
Dominic. Yeah, absolutely, Dominic. We'll get you on there.
Hi, Dominic.
All right. Let's see about Gina's sister. Okay.
So we have the Five of Wands.
Which one is this? Is this the Empress?
Yes, Lilith is the Empress.
You have some very powerful cards here, Gina, for your sister. We also have the Death card, which is very interesting. Because right here, the Five of Wands is indicating to me she's still fighting.
She's a fighter. I was just going to say it as soon as I saw it. So she's a fighter.
Oh my
she's still in the
gosh,
game.
she's in a struggle, of some sort here with her well-being, and but she is a fighter. I think that's also indicating that as well. And also, this is a vibe of, to me, the Empress is so full of life and growth. I almost feel this is a very, very positive card.
Could also be indicating the amount of prayer warriors or concerned people who are behind her there.
And the Death card, I feel there's some transformation, Gina. It could be back to good health. It could, it's kind of interesting because, that card could mean a lot of different things. We could be stepping onto another plane. But for some reason here, when I see all of this together, I'm getting the distinct feeling, because the Empress is such an earth-oriented card as well, that she's pretty grounded here. And I feel that this change and transformation is maybe a return back to, to some consciousness or health.
The abstract bird, maybe it's a phoenix, flying away from the back of the skeleton.
Yeah, esoterics, I do too. I'm feeling very positive
Absolutely.
about the whole thing.
Yep.
I think this fight and struggle is valiant, and she's really wanting to stay. I just think that's what it looks like.
And this could be saying that she's feeling the connection of the earth too, the power of the earth.
That's another possibility. Well, let's see if the Lenormand can back us up here. We'll see what they have to say.
So Lenormand.
And of course, I've been thinking about her. I've been meaning to ask you about her, Gina. So I'm hoping everything goes well.
All right.
One more. All right. Okay, there's the sleigh whip. And then we have the scythe, which I'm trying to figure out in this context what this could be. I have to ask, does she need any surgery possibly, or anything fixed, from the accident? I'm sensing here something is going to happen kind of quickly, and because I see that cutting implement, that there could be some type of procedure that might benefit her.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the cards well enough to make that inference, but I sort of feel that's a good possibility here. I think it's something quick that happens, and then maybe, if you're right, then maybe some intervention. I mean, to me, this doesn't necessarily imply surgical intervention, but I understand how Lenormand works and how it could. But for my symbology, it may just involve a procedure.
Well, another thing, because of the way the scythe is pointing at the whip, and the whip can sometimes be violent, aggressive kind of thing, is that maybe something is cutting away at some of the, how should I say this, some of the damage caused by that sudden accident. For some reason, I think that the whip could be relating back to the accident.
I would like to say that. Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. They may find that they may have to do something, like if she has, for example, if she has broken bones, they may have to do some resetting. Now, that may not necessarily be cutting, but I'm thinking of it, maybe this could be referring to just a medical procedure of some sort.
So maybe in that context, this also says that there's a nice team of people around her who are working on her too, and it's a lot of energy there. And so, it's not always about competition. Sometimes it's about partners of some sort or the other. Even if they're not acknowledged partners, they may be partners towards your similar goals.
I hate to what's the word? Kind of hedge my bets here, but I just want to say that, Gina, that some of these cards have some dual meaning here.
Yeah.
And so, I'm going with what my gut is telling me, but I'm not saying that I'm 100% certain about what I'm saying, because these cards do have some double entendres to them.
And we hope for the best, of course. That's all we can
Yeah,
say.
absolutely. But I really do feel this is really kind of positive.
I'll be sure to light some more candles, honest.
Oh, that's good. We owe our healthcare people so much right now. We really do.
Some nurses have been my best friends.
Yeah, we used to work in medical libraries, so, we got to love nurses. We really respect them for what they do.
There's been a nurse we may have hated, but mostly we love them.
Okay.
And I see we have a general reading request
Yes,
from Libra.
Who is next. So that's what we have for you, Gina. Wishing you and your sister the best. Okay, Libra, you are up, and I got your question. Aaliyah, then my sweet Christina, Angel Mary, Angel Rivera, Sanjib, Esoterics, Austin, and Dominic.
Alrighty.
All right, so let's go on. So general, eh? Okay.
General reading for Libra Cusp. Gonna get one of your decks?
Yep.
Alrighty. I'll put one in reserve.
The Tarot Twins. Twins. What was that thing? The reason we do this is Wonder Twin Powers Activate. What show is that from? That was the Wonder Twins. Is that what they were called?
It was from the Super Friends, which was kind of like a cartoon version of the Justice League.
Yeah.
And they had these annoying twin characters, Zin and Zan or something like that.
Yeah.
I would remember that. And Bleep the monkey, right? Remember the little monkey guy too?
Okay, and we used to have a local weather person who went national. He's on the Weather Channel for many years now.
Reynolds Wolf.
He was here in Detroit.
He was in Detroit.
And he and this anchor would kind of rib each other
He
a
was
lot.
stuck with her.
I don't know. I don't know what it was, but they had kind of an interesting relationship.
A non-chemistry.
And one time he did that with her and said, Wonder Twin Powers Activate.
And she looked so mortified, but she did it.
Yep. It was funny.
I think he did it to troll her. I honestly do.
Yeah, I do too, actually. Reynolds was quite a character when he was in the Metro Detroit area.
All right, general reading for our friend
The
Libra.
twins were annoying. Not as much as Marvin and the other girl they had before the twins.
Oh, yeah, I remember them too. Yep. Oh. Wonder Twin Powers activate for everyone. Okay, Libra, we have, what is that?
That's Justice. Justice reversed.
The writing's so tiny for me.
Oh, and we got the Five of Wands, and that's reversed. Five of Wands again. And then we have the Six of Cups, and that is upright.
All right.
So, well. So we started with Justice reversed. So, there's some balance issues right now, Libra. And I think you're trying to move away from, some of the things that might have been stressing you or throwing things off kilter. I feel that, and maybe, I don't want to say that because that's a positive card. Let me just go with this. So basically, I feel that maybe there's been like some stress or competition or struggles between individuals, yourself or people or through you and people and you're trying to kind of just back off from it, or just not in the mood to fight anymore, it's like you want to get over it. And so the thing is, go ahead, I'll let you go.
Customer service training from a long time ago. Fair is another planet. And so this tells me maybe what I'm feeling here is that the holidays bring the biggest sense of people feeling that things aren't fair for them. And so you're looking at what's going on in your environment, about the people who think things are fair, the people who think things aren't fair. It's too competitive, it's too busy, it's too stressful. The other people who are looking at the season, feeling their ages-old delight of how they've always liked that, and you kind of have to sort that out, or kind of have to preside over that. Maybe you're a little bit involved personally with some of this yourself too, but mostly you have a role to kind of monitor over that.
So I was going a little bit of a different direction with this, but not overly. I'm still going with what I said here, but I feel like, Libra, either you know these people, either you work with these people, you don't work, you know these people, and it might be a hard situation to walk away from because there's roots in the past here. There's connections, and they were happy connections. So, it's kind of like, what's going wrong? Why are we struggling? Why are we fighting? We should be able to get over this. And because of all the good things we shared in the past, that's what we need to focus on is, what really made us strong and not what divides us.
So the other dominating idea too is that justice reverse may mean that also too, you have, not only are you presiding over this, but you have a decision to make, and that everybody is watching you and wanting you to make the right decision, or feeling like you're going to make the decision against them. You just have to do what you think is right, and it may be that not everybody is happy.
Right. But, you got to take care of yourself. And if you're feeling the stress or the strain on you, or just it's letting it interfere with other aspects of your life, you got to make some decisions for you, not necessarily for them. Because, fond memories will only take you so far. What is that, Mr. O?
The poinsettias?
Yeah.
Is it the cross?
No.
It's not the star.
No.
Oh, it's the lilies.
It's the lilies, and then we have the snow lady, Libra. I'm beginning to feel this about you. I don't know if it's in this situation in general, or if it's just saying, really, I think this is an acknowledgement that you've been undergoing a real maturation process in some area of your life, whether it's spiritually, whether it's mentally. You have matured. You have moved to a different level, and I think it's a very positive thing.
I know you've mentioned children, or I believe you have, so I'm wondering too if maybe some of your children, or one in particular, might be going through growing pains, that they're reaching their own era of maturation, and so that maybe some of this involves them too, that, you're just trying to be fair to them, because they're going through a lot right now. And she's a little older than that, but she's 15 now, or almost 15, granddaughter, and we can't imagine what her life is like, just the de-stimuli to her social, environment and stuff with, things going on. So just throwing that out there as a possibility.
So that's what we have for you. And Gina, we will be happy to sell your bark. Listen, esoterics, you do not want to miss out on this bark.
It's really good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's caramely. It's got a nice layer of chocolate.
It sort of reminds me of a toffee,
Oh.
and it's just chewy enough. It won't break your teeth. That's a big thing for me.
No, soft, chewy in a way. Just so good. Mr. O can't get enough of it.
That's because her.
What?
You're welcome, Libra. I hope that was helpful.
You're welcome, Libra.
Hi, Sonali. I see you've stepped in too.
Oh, hey, Sonali. Good to see you again. Glad you stopped in this morning to say hi.
Yes, that's right. You were there this morning.
All right, so we're on Aaliyah. Hey, Aaliyah, you are up. And then my sweet Christina, Angel Mary, Angel Rivera, Sanjib, Esoterics, Austin, Dominic, and Sonali.
Yay! So, right, don't forget, everybody, if you're here next week, if you're a subscriber and you're in our chat room, you could win the Guardian of the Night Tarot that we're giving away next week on our YouTube channel, live stream. Okay.
So let's start with a yes, no on this one.
Yes.
Okay, Aaliyah. In the next advertising royalty.
Money or bark, it's all the same.
The bark is almost as good as money, you know, Gina.
It's as good as gold. But a little bit tastier.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend biting into a gold coin. Oh, okay.
Please shuffle.
Yes, I am. I just got confused at which end was up.
Okay, you didn't mention it, and I was thinking like, oh, something's going on, and he's not involved?
Oh, I figured he was. Guess that's just the psychic in me. And hey, people, a week from this Tuesday is my last day of work, physical work. I'm on the payroll till the end of the month, but that's it for me. I turn in everything.
And hey, that's the day that my somewhat freedom ends. As she will be around 24/7.
But I was around because I worked from home, Mr.
I know,
O.
I'm just being facetious. You never knew what I was getting into somewhere else in the house.
Well, that's true. That is true.
Playing reindeer games with the cats.
Yep. I had a wonderful party last week. The Zoom party was really amazing. And the virtual card they gave me, God, just crying through the whole thing. It was really, really nice.
You may find out someday, Angel Rivera. I thought we were doing a yes or no.
Oh! Easy to recover.
I see my last comment got a few reactions from some folks.
Yes. Whoop.
Oh dear. Indeed. We got no kind of yes.
But I don't have really bad cards here. It's leaning towards no. So I would suggest, just before I even read these cards, to, keep an eye out for your friend and be emotional support for her. But don't try to, really push her any which way at this time.
Thanks, E.T.
But Aaliyah, let me show you the cards, because they're really positive cards overall. We have the Seven of Wands, and that one is upright.
It's very positive, especially with those skulls on the...
Well, this is your deck. We have the High Priest, and that one is upright. And then we have the Six of Discs upright. So I would suggest to you that what she needs right now is some support. She needs friends that she can count on to be there for her. And not necessarily be the preacher or the, person to tell her what to do. But let's pull that one down there, that High Priest. Because to me, that one is indicating that it is possible she needs to talk to a counselor. She really needs to talk to a professional, who might help her sort through some issues. So if you were to kind of gently guide her, that's what I would guide her towards.
Failing that, just try to be the best person you can, the most objective you can, because I think I'm agreeing with Banshee.
Go ahead.
She needs the support. She may feel that there's no one really for her, so she needs to know that there are people for her, and maybe it does possibly need professional help. And then quickly with the Six of Discs, though, it looks like maybe there's always the possibility that to some degree financial conditions are a little bit involved in some of this. And if it is about, receiving help, maybe, she's going to need a little bit of boost there. I don't know where that would come
Hi,
from.
Isabel. I've got you on the list, and thanks. Thanks
Hi,
for
Isabel.
that. Those comments about our headgear. Six of Rods, to me indicates that...
you mean the Six of Discs? That's the 7.
It is the 7. The 7 indicates to me that she's still got the higher ground here in some way. You know, she might be undergoing some struggles right now, you know, whether it is with that person who, what is his name?
Damien.
Whether it is with Damien or if it's within herself. But it seems as though right now she's holding her own. But that's why, like what he said, is she does need support, and she may need to talk to somebody with a little bit more, you know, background that can really help her with more, you know, like an authority, like a therapist or an advisor of some sort.
A long time ago, Isabel, somebody told me, well, actually they wrote a song, you have to have the head to wear the hat.
And you know, I was going to throw other cards because sometimes the yes, no doesn't give us a lot of information, but I really think this kind of says it all. So no, she's not in a good place right now, but I feel that, I want to look at your question. Yeah, I feel she's not going to hurt herself. She's not going to hurt herself, but she's not in a perfect place right now.
She is definitely not in a perfect place, and she really does need support, and I'm grateful that you and other friends are possibly doing that. That's probably what this is too.
Yeah.
Let's see what the Lenormand says. I don't feel distinct danger at all from these cards. Nothing.
So we have the fireplace here, which is the sun in this Lenormand, and look what came up again, the poinsettias. So what does this mean to me? This means success comes to her, or better times, if she takes a more mature attitude about things, you know. She has to mature mentally, emotionally, you know, in order to come to terms with what's going on with her.
That kind of ties into the High Priest, because even though the High Priest could be said to just be about societal appropriateness, it could also be said to be about really having a more mature view of things, or at least a more rational or acceptable view of things. And we all like to be a little bit of a rebel, you know I am, but there are some things that you gotta play by the rules, or they are what protect you ultimately in the end too.
That's what we have for you, Aaliyah. Good luck with your friend. You know, I know this has been a real worry for you.
Well, Isabel, my hat's off to you, except I'm not taking it off. Later on, when I get tired of wearing it, I may take it off, because that happens. Thank you. And who's up?
Well, who is up indeed? We have, after Aaliyah is my sweet Christina. And then Angel Mary, Angel Rivera, Sanjib, Esoterics, Austin, Dominic, Sonali, and Isabel.
All righty. Just cruising along here.
Yes, we are. So go ahead
You're
with your
welcome,
question,
Aaliyah.
my sweet Christina. And is it my turn again? I'll go with the beautiful
Yes.
Tarot Grand Lux.
Yes, because if you don't like it more, Gina won't send me more bark. No, she'll always send me more bark, but you should just like it more anyway.
Please like our page, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe.
If you're on Facebook, like our Facebook page. If you're on Twitter, connect with us there too. Thank you.
You know, it's going to get dangerous now that I'm retiring. I'm really going to be pushing the envelope on all of this stuff, trying to get subscribers, putting out new content. It's going to be crazy.
Oh, we have another interesting question here from my Christina. And this is that time of year where there's a lot of porch bandits and all those kind of things.
Yeah, that's different, though, to be getting strange packages.
But, like I mentioned earlier, the holidays can be really odd for some people. I have sadly, when I was much younger, had bad experiences with people who needed mental health help and actually kind of wigged out around the holidays. You remember those.
Yeah. Well, before we speculate...
No, I'm not. I'm just talking about my own experience.
I know. So, I had a question for you. So, I don't think we should do a yes-no first on this one.
Okay.
I'm kind of leaning towards 3 cards, and then if we really need to clarify, we'll do the yes-no. Let's see what the 3 cards say, because this is kind of an involved thing here. This packages.
Yeah, and that
being
last
watched,
comment,
the knocking on the door.
That last comment almost sounds like it's culturally specific to something, maybe.
I'm not sure. I don't
know. I
don't think so.
But
I think it's a form of stalking, and that is a little bit worrisome to me.
Absolutely.
So remember, we're only tarot readers. People might want to seek out the appropriate professionals. This may be something she'll want to report to someone.
We're not psychic cops or detectives. If we pick up things, we might mention them. But really, if you need professional help from law enforcement, medical practice...
It's kind of like what we suggested to Aaliyah, that perhaps her friend does need to talk to some counselor at this time. That kind of did pop up in the cards, so that's what we would suggest. We would never suggest, have her come talk to us. No.
But we are definitely taking a look at what we got here in the cards, and we'll tell you what we see.
A box with sugar.
You didn't see that before?
No, I missed that.
See, that's why I said what I said about the cultural
Either
stuff.
way, no, that doesn't sound like that.
I just
think
said
there's
maybe
a
it was
message
possible.
there. I think there's a message there. Wow. All right. We have Judgment reversed. We have the 10 of Coins upright.
I love these cards. They're beautiful.
I think we will want to do a yes/no. We have the Emperor upright as well. It's really interesting here. Most of this is very positive, except for that Judgment card. Do you want to start with this one? I've been going kind of gangbusters.
Well, the Judgment card, almost always when it's reversed, it may indicate a person or a situation where spirituality seems to be not very present or distant from a person. Maybe they just feel estranged from their spiritual feelings, or they just don't feel that they can be redeemed. They may have really bad, low self-esteem. It could talk about, maybe that they feel that they're doomed, to die a sinner, that kind of thing. So it could represent, really hard strains of religiosity on a person. But the other cards are really so positive. The Emperor, somebody taking control. Maybe this should apply to your friend, but maybe it's applying to somebody else who is taking control in some way. And then the 10 of Coins, though, it also sounds like...
Well, that could be about the gifts, this giving, but...
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that.
But it also has sometimes familial family connections. I'm getting some interesting vibes here, my sweet Christina, and I can go 2 ways on this. I like what you said about, that they need to take control. They need to not be intimidated by this and take control in some way. So if they don't like what's going on, and if they feel there is something malevolent here, they should probably report this. They should play it safe and possibly report this to authorities. Don't wait. Take control. But also, I could look at that Judgment card reversed and the Emperor and saying here, somebody is misusing power. And somebody is, using poor judgment here and trying to control or manipulate someone.
Well, and I just wonder if maybe this is a clue that somehow it is connected to a familial situation, maybe. When you think about it, it's more likely that people that are in a family of some sort know each other's, numbers to text to or things like that. I don't know. It's just so hard to say. I'm not seeing anything that clearly indicates who the culprit might be, though it sort of gives us a feeling that this is a person who seems to have a major issue with your friend.
Hey, Sonali, right now you are second from the last on the list. There's a number of people in front of you, but I wrote that question down, so if you have to leave, we will do the question and you can check the video later. But there's at least, after my sweet Christina, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 people in front of you still. Okay.
So that's kind of what I thought there too. That just it is a serious situation, and
I wonder if does she live with anybody else? Could this also be directed at another family member?
Right.
Or was this house owned by another family member and somebody's like got a grudge? Or does somebody have a secret crush and they're sending her stuff? I mean, there's just so many different things here, but I don't like the feel completely of these cards. I do feel this might be a message that if this continues, she really needs, maybe she should get a camera, and mount a camera. That might put a stop to it, or at least she might have something to go on to see who is dropping this stuff off. Let me do some Lenormand on this. Do we want to do a yes/no? Let's do a quick yes/no. This question kind of concerns me a little bit. Okay, is that okay with you?
sure.
So let's ask the question, should the friend be worried, and see what we get. Okay. There's a lot of people who suffer from mental illness that do not get treatment, and so just want to make sure everything is safe and secure. It's hard to say who you're dealing with anymore out there, especially when something like this is happening on an anonymous level. Who would do that?
Well, I hate to say it, but I almost wonder if families involved one way or the other.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not getting a beat on that myself, but that card, the 10, kind of lends that. Well, this is leaning towards no, that it's not a super worry, supposedly, but we have some interesting cards here, so let's go through that. The Ace of Cups is the only ace I got, and I got that one on the 13th card. The Hierophant is reversed, and the Two of Pentacles is reversed. So what I would suggest here, the possibility is this might be a very unconventional way somebody's trying to get her attention. And maybe they're just a shade not balanced. The Two of Pentacles is a card of balance and stability. So they might have just, maybe they're very shy. But it just does seem like a very unusual attempt. I'm not comfortable with it. What do you think?
I slightly triggered because I remember from many years ago when somebody was sort of stalking me and there was a gift of sugary things involved. I ended up breaking my tooth. So I sort of get the feeling there too, because this just tells me that maybe there is a different idea there, that it's not about harm per se, but maybe it's about misplaced affections or something.
Yeah.
And I'm actually unconventional, like just, and, many years later, I've seen all kinds of possibilities with those kind of things. And,
Yeah, I would just say at this point, your friend should try to uncover what's going on. And if she doesn't feel comfortable that it's time to talk with authorities, I would highly recommend the camera, Cameras do wonders these days. And also then you have evidence should anything go amiss.
I hate to be mistrustful, but I actually think it would be better just to kind of resolve the problem herself rather than involve authorities at this time, unless there's really clearly danger.
Well, this isn't going to be totally easy. We have the mountains here, and we have the moon. So I get the feeling that there is some blockage here into revealing what's going on. There are obstacles. This is somebody who is trying to,
They're
for
secretive.
whatever reasons, cover their tracks.
Yeah. So it does present like an element of mystery here that maybe could be viewed as potentially or that they just don't understand what they're doing, which could be indicated by that two of coins, that there's a sense of unbalance there, the unconventional. So it really probably needs more thought.
Well, I would say more serious thought or action. I would just not let it go on much further. I mean, if you ignore it, it's one thing, but some people, you never know what unhinges a person. Sometimes ignoring something makes them feel they have to do something bigger. So that's why I'm saying some action needs to be taken, especially if they've gotten to the point of being concerned about it. That's what we have for you, and I wish you the best with that. Good luck. And hey, Angel Mary, you are up. And then Angel Rivera, Sanjib, Esoterics, Austin, Dominic, Sonali, and Isabel.
Okay, so I got the question there, Angel Mary, and you're welcome, my sweet.
You're very welcome, my sweet Christina.
So I'm going to use my Nefertari.
All right.
So we'll do a yes or no on this one too, I think.
Sure.
To start at least.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Hi, Divine.
Hey, Divine You. We will get you on the list if you want. Right.
Ways.
4 dishes. Wow.
How interesting. It looked like it was going towards no, and then right at the end,
You
your
pulled
2
the ace.
aces pulled out. So it says it's leaning towards yes.
But what card did you get there?
The 6 of Pentacles.
Wow. Well, that almost sounds like somebody could be giving you something. Something,
Of value.
Of value. That could also be indicating that somebody just feels you are such a kind soul that they want to connect with you for life.
I don't feel that necessarily, but I feel it's more about, a gift coming to you, a gift of high value. So it could be, in fact, that,
Right.
I mean, I guess that's what you're saying.
Yes.
So, but it
Yes,
looks,
it is.
Ah, you're so good. So it looks like likely yes.
It's leaning towards yes. Don't have a time frame for this, but there's a good potential for yes. It's not a definite, but it just seems like, too, if you want to attract this, you're going to have to be receptive, of other people's, advances, maybe, is what I want to say, I guess.
Okay, so let's pull a Lenormand to
see what
see
the Lenormand
what it
has to
tells us,
say.
if anything. I mean, there's other ways of looking at this. Maybe somebody's spending a lot of money on you. Maybe you're spending a lot of money in the situation, like preparing for a wedding.
But this is giving freely,
Yeah, it
and
is.
willingly,
It is.
I guess. So
So that's why you have that idea there. Yep. And I agree with her.
Well, baby on the way? No, I'm just. It is
Love
the
and
stork
marriage.
card, you know. But
is the stork.
the stork card means a change is coming. Maybe, and it's
New.
lucky. I think that whatever, however this occurs, this might come about because of a chance meeting, a lucky meeting, something very synchronistic. There seems to be fate behind this.
A very long time ago, we had a best friend. His name was Jeff, and I had another friend who had a best friend whose name was Vicky.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we always thought Vicky and Jeff should meet each other.
Yes.
They'd really like each other. And so finally one day we got Jeff and Vicky to meet each other. And then we never saw them again. They ended up getting married. And
they did divorce many years later, but they were like literally obsessed with each other.
He adopted her daughter from a previous marriage.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. But I never saw my friend again.
Yeah. So, but we kind of match made that.
We did.
Yeah.
So good luck indeed, Angel Mary.
Yeah.
And,
I think it's looking really positive. I love to see the Okay, the acorn is the clover card.
Luck.
So it's luck, timing, synchronicity. So it just seems like something you might connect with somebody at the right time who could end up, wanting to marry you.
engagement.
At least it seems like there is a closeness in this relationship.
Remember, we said it first.
Yeah, who
Well,
knows?
maybe.
I hope so. Good luck with that, Angel
Good luck,
Mary.
Angel Mary.
Hey, Angel Rivera, you are up. And then Sanjib, Esoterics, Austin, Dominic, Sinelli, Isaby, and Divine You. And we got an hour left.
Woohoo! Thank you. You're welcome.
You are welcome.
Those cards always look pretty too when they glint in the light.
Yes. Okay, got it. General read for the next week. Okay?
Alrighty.
I love watching birds. I bird watch out my patio here all the time, especially while I was working here. But lately it's been, Papa Squirrel Online would love it. Squirrels. Squirrels everywhere. I have 2 wily squirrels that come here and tease my cat all the time. And sometimes they chase each other around out there and the cats go crazy.
I flipped over the upright fool card, Angel. So I'm thinking that means that maybe there's an interesting little new path for you or adventure of some sort. It mostly felt good. Did you already shuffle?
Yes, I gave them to you after. All right. Oh, she's come up again.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You have 2 major arcana. Everything is upright. We have the Empress card upright. We have the 9 of Wands card upright. I love that World card. That's just beautiful. The World card upright.
Right, because that's the fool in the center. The one I just flipped over.
He flipped up the Fool.
Yeah.
And of course, the Fool is kind of intrinsically tied to the world in a way. I mean, in that...
Alpha, Omega.
Yeah, exactly.
And in the beginning.
Right. So it's very interesting. I love that version of the World card. The Empress and the... I don't know why I'm putting the Empress and the 9 of... Wands together here, but I almost feel like you're going to come up with some creative solutions to some struggles that you've had or some issues that you've been dealing with. It's like it looks here like the person's been through hell, been through war, been through battle. So whatever you've been struggling with, it looks as though creative solutions are coming. And eye on the prize. This I had in my Material Matters for one of the groups this week. It's kind of like eye on the prize. You're nearing completion on something, or you're starting to feel that way. A cycle is ending and another one's about to begin.
Well, I'm wondering if the creative solution is not so much about you or your concerns, but maybe somebody else you're thinking about. So maybe it's family that's not close, or maybe it's other workers in your area that you don't know intimately, but you have some concerns with. I just sort of feel like it's a solution that you're doing for other people one way or the other, or that you don't have a major component there. But with the world, though, I do sort of feel, and also because I dropped that Fool card, that some of this is changing a lot of parameters around you maybe, and so that this is why the creative solution is needed, because this new phase or test or project really promises to resolve some situations or point people in new directions that they need to be working on things.
I can't add anything to that. Let's do the Lenormand. And hi, Lee Gemini. We have a list, and I've added you to the bottom of the list, so we'll get to your question. I wrote it down, but we've got a number of names in front of you.
Yeah.
When we're done with this reading, I'll go over the list.
All right.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, Lee Gemini. So now we're going to do the Lenormand for Angel.
Wow, the acorns came up again. All right. Look at this.
And we have the sleigh.
The sleigh is the ship in this Lenormand. And the acorns. Some lucky move or trip. Some lucky occurrence that has to do with movement, a voyage, a trip. When I see the ship card, I hate to, I know what the Lenormand says, but I hate to just limit it to travel. To me, it's like it could mean so much more. You're moving into some new phase. You're moving into something.
Well, when it's not physical travel, I often think it's just clearly some sort of mental travel. Maybe it's metaphysical, but maybe it's just how we really use our mind to explore problem situations or try to visit new agendas, new vistas. It's the sort of the what if thing, like, well, what if I do this? And then there's intense thinking about it. And with that, maybe brings the idea that somehow there's a breakthrough. Oh my goodness, it's talking about the creative solutions.
That's it. Oh my gosh. Connecting the dots. Yeah,
so I think that's what's supporting that there too, and that maybe this then aligns more with that Fool I dropped, or with the World card, the idea that there's movement, and it's physical movement, but maybe more likely it's movement in terms of how you're connecting the dots or moving ahead with various tasks or concerns.
Yeah, I do feel somehow something is coming to a positive ending so that a new cycle can begin. So kind of, hey, it's the end of the year. Out with the old and in with the new.
Well, there you go.
But that's what we have for you, Angel Rivera.
Alrighty,
I hope that
Angel.
helps. And all right, let's go through the list again, because we've got some eager beavers in the chat. And we do take our time with these readings. We're sorry. And we chat a lot, as much as we can, with you guys. Sanjib, you are up. After Sanjib is Esoterics, Austin, Dominic, Sonali, Isabi, Divine You, and Lee Gemini.
You're welcome.
You are welcome, Angel. Those are some good cards, Angel.
So just reminding everybody, next Sunday on this live stream, we are giving away the Guardian of the Night Tarot to anybody in the U.S. continental.
You need to be a subscriber.
You need to be a subscriber and in the chat room. If you happen to live outside of the U.S., we're offering, as the winner of this raffle, a 12-card calendar reading for next year.
Yeah.
Instead.
Because we're only shipping to people in the United States, the deck. But, you could win a free reading. So we're not going to let people go, if you're out of the country, we're not going to let you go away empty-handed if we call your name.
Alrighty.
All right. So.
Okay, Sanjib. My turn?
Okay, we got it? Yeah, please.
How successful will it be?
Okay, I think that's a 3-carder.
Mm-hmm. And I will use my Tarot of the Northern Shadows.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, and rest assured, in the next couple weeks, we're going to be doing our 2021 predictions for the U.S. And I don't know, maybe we'll have to expand and do a world prediction. We'll figure it out. I'm still working on it. But I'm so surprised. I want to go back and look at our pandemic readings. I'm going to cut. Because I could have sworn I said it would take up to June till next year to really have this pandemic under control. And it may have had to do with the vaccine development too. And that's kind of what it's looking like, that a lot of things will be done by June. So I hope it's true, but I do think we're in still for kind of rocky 2021 beginning.
So we have the upright 6 of coins.
Okay, that came up again. All right.
We have the upright magician. This came up in another reading with a different deck.
Did it? I thought this did.
I thought the magician did too, though.
No, I'm not sure.
I thought it did too.
The high priest did, but I'm not sure about the magician.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
And then another upright, the 3 of discs. So what does that mean?
Well, I think it looks pretty successful, actually.
Yeah, there's
Sanjib.
a great deal of success here.
The magician seems to indicate to me that you have all the necessary skills and ingredients in place for success. The 3 of coins just shows all the effort you've been putting into this will be recognized, potentially rewarded.
Somebody's looking at that saying, this is great work.
And that's the 6 again? That's what we've had recently.
Right.
The 6 is, this
it's
is
a great
showing...
match because you can probably feel really good about giving to this company too, right?
Is it a company? They're starting an app. They're creating an app.
You feel like you're really giving of yourself to do this. I mean, this is
exactly. You put a lot of yourself into this project and your efforts. And I really feel it's going to pay off. As far as I can see right now, it looks pretty good.
Well, your discs are cards of money and prosperity, and you have 2 mostly what would be considered beneficent positions. So we're going to look at the Lenormand to see what it shows us, but this does kind of show financial reward in a way. This could be interpreted as people giving reward or monetary, benefit to somebody. So whether that's you or whether that's what you're receiving.
I could look at that 2 ways. First off, I agree with him completely. That's one of the ways. I feel like obviously you're going to be recognized for this app. It's going to get some recognition. I feel that the discs could be one of 2 things. You're either going to be receiving money. You may have to put out some money. You might have to consider giving some seed money to this project. I think that's a possibility here, freely giving.
Yet even so, it really just seems like it's all good. It just feels really good to do this. You just feel like you're comfortable in this project and doing this. So let's see what Lenormand.
Boy, I hope it's true. It sounds exciting.
You'll have to name it after us.
Yeah, you'll have. What was it? The Wonder Twins? The Tarot Twins. We're not twins.
No, we are not.
Jeez. Well, this is very interesting. I have the sun here.
The fireplace is the sun.
Yep. And
Which
I
is
have the
good.
dog, which is the kitten in this deck, which is kind of interesting to me, Sanjib. It sounds like you're going it alone, but I wonder if somebody's going to want to offer you either some financial support, which might tie into that Six of Pentacle card, or give you some support in some way. That the dog is like a companion, could be a partnership, could be a collaboration. I wonder if somebody's going to try to give you some help.
Well, to me, the sun also involves illumination, so it means finding out things, turning the page and finding out something. And so maybe what it is you find out that there's somebody who will become a really good friend, a really good supporter, your business partner, something like that, in the process of doing this. So it's like you're going to meet the person, or that person is an aspect of yourself, really, that you're going to really engage with part of yourself that is so proficient at this that you're just going to feel really, like they're your best friend too.
That's really profound, Mr. O, and
Is it?
deep. Yeah. I kind of like that. But you know what? I was thinking about this in retrospect,
Twin
Sanjib.
flames.
And I'm thinking here that maybe this means that, after this app goes out and has some level of success, somebody may then want to partner with you on a different project. This might lead to something else.
Pretty cool.
That's what we have for you. I see nothing bad here.
Yeah, it looks like a winner.
I hope we're right, but remember,
We absolutely do.
the tarot's a snapshot in time, and we can only tell you what we see at present.
Thanks, Esoterics.
You are up, Esoterics.
All
Twin
right.
flames.
It might be saying expansion. I don't know. I don't see that real clearly, but I'd say that once success starts, you never know where it leads, right?
Where it takes you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, Esoterics. We'll wait for your question, and after Esoterics is Austin, Dominic, Sonali, Isaby, Divine You, Lee Gemini, and that will be it, I think, for today.
Already. No, it's coming up after the next reading.
Yeah, you're after this reading.
You're
right?
after the
Yeah.
very next reading, Austin.
Yep. So hang in there.
I think we missed you one of the last ones. I remember you came and then you weren't here. So it was real busy. All right, E.T.
Hey, you're welcome, Sanjib. I really do hope it works out for you. They'll help me along my journey. Okay.
Your deck?
Is it mine? Yeah, it is
Yeah, I
mine.
think
Let's
so.
go back to this one. I like this one. All right. Oh gosh, if Gina's still here, I just want to mention Gina. I went to check the mail at like 3:30 and there was nothing there. And then I go check my mail today because I had a feeling they were running late. And there was still nothing. I mean, there was mail there, but no packages. But I just thought it was interesting we got our mail so late in the day. Everything is really slow by us with mail delivery lately.
Alrighty.
That's come up a couple times too. Okay, so we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. We have the Knight of Cups upright. We have the Six of Wands upright.
Okay, because you've been, kind of telling us about some things in your past, I believe that maybe some of the issues related to that family situation may pass, or may find emotionally it's a good time to kind of let them go in love. So I'm wondering about that, or maybe it's pertaining to something else that's going on. Maybe it's a relationship with money that's troubling. Maybe it's time to sort that out and figure out what's valid about it or what is unrealistic. But clearly there is something here saying you are moving towards an accomplishment or an achievement. And once again, I just think that the movement of love in between these spheres is what speaks to me the most. Just such beauty in that card. Whoops, there we go. Banshee.
Esoterics, I think that card in the middle, the cups, the Knight of Cups, is really, like he said, an important one here. It's kind of like love conquers all, and love leads to success. And if you love what you do, if you love what you're doing, you can only forge ahead towards great success. But also sometimes you have to let go of some things with love as well. And I think if there's any disconnects, if there's any disharmony, stemming from family issues of some sort, sometimes you have to let them go with love and let them take their course. I think that's going to be, for some reason, important here. But I feel that love is really the governing factor here. And if and maybe what this is also saying too is that loving what you do over material satisfaction, may be the key here, and maybe what helps you on your journey is, that, recognizing that I'm doing what I love, and it may not be giving me all the rewards that I had hoped for, but this is where my heart is.
Well, the other thing too is that a lot of times when I look at the Six of Wands and I say, oh, a lot of people would say, oh, that's just a guy who's a victor in the battle. But really, it is about being loved by that crowd of people. I see that in most interpretations of the Six of Wands, and saying like being the right kind of ruler, the right kind of leader.
Keep that card. Keep that card.
Okay.
Let's move them together here. Okay, see.
Wait, move yours more. There you go.
What I want to say is that this night is moving to being this night. And why? Because love leads to this victory and success. I think this is a great reading, really, for you.
I hope you liked it too. Let's pull some Lenormand for you. Hi, Estelle.
Hey, Sel, we'll add you to the list, but you'd be on the bottom, and
you're probably the last one.
Yeah, you're probably going to be the last one today. It's not super long, but I think that'll take us to the end of the day.
Well, we got to have both, logic and love, Isabel. So thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a lot of love in this card, reversed or not, because it really talks about the family. I mean, the family is solidarity, foundation, things about prosperity, but I think that it goes unsaid that it is also about love too. And I feel that from the Two of Pentacles too, that it really does represent emotional balance in your life too.
And that's not to say what we love doesn't bring us some stress and irritation, like with the family matter thing. Sometimes you feel like, this frustrates me to no end, but I love what I do. It's kind of like, with my work. So, and I'm not saying my present job, but there have been jobs where I think to myself, why do I do this? I do it because I love it. And anything you love sometimes carries some baggage. Nothing's perfect.
The star. Look at that.
Oh, and look at this too. It's the wreath or the ring. You are committed to a successful path, I think. I think things are just going up, whether you feel it or not. There is a sense here that things can only go up from here. Mm-hmm. Things can only shine brighter.
So remember us.
Yeah. Yes.
It's beautiful. I can't say anything else about it.
I know. It's really wonderful. So the star and the wreath. The wreath is committing yourself and dedicating yourself, I think, also to an optimistic attitude, towards what you are doing.
In some interpretations, twos are about balance, but sometimes they also present the idea just of duality and decisions and choices too. So, but yeah, balance is not a bad place to start, Isabel. All right.
Take care, esoterics. It's great to see you here. Always. Hey, Austin, you are up. It's your turn.
All right, Austin.
And then Dominic, Sonali, Isabel, Divine You, and Lee Gemini, and Asel.
So I guess I'll switch back to the Karma Tarot.
Absolutely, Mr. O. I'm going to pull out this one for next.
You're very welcome, of course.
Hey, you are welcome.
And I like what you do for us, too. Very much.
Progress further on spiritual path. Okay.
Alrighty. So we're going to use that Bohemian Karma Music Tarot, created by a Scandinavian artist in the late 70s, Bridget something.
I have very wide hands, but I have a hard time with this deck.
So I'm trying to figure out, like, if she was a man in disguise with big hands or something. No, that was rude. I'm sorry.
Mr. O.
I keep thinking of that one song, Big Hands, I Know You're the One. What does that mean?
What indeed?
Obi's in a silly mood.
All right, one more. Got it.
All right, Austin.
Okay, spiritual journey.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a little complicated.
Yes, it is.
So we have the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is reversed. But then again, we have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is upright. And we have the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is upright.
And that looks like the Joker there.
A little bit.
But who knows, right? So, Page of Cups.
It's your card.
I know. It's a card for me. When it's reversed, to me, it may be indicating that there is maybe a sense that you're not quite connected with your more intuitive self, that you feel that way, that you feel that maybe there's a lack of a poetry in your life that you normally would like to feel like life has its own rhythm, and you're not connected to that now. But I do feel that you need to open up more to love in general, not like a specific love, but to open up the power of love totally in your life if you haven't already, or if you're not exactly doing that in a certain way. The Five of Swords just sort of says that maybe there's a sense of stress in your life that you're not able to deal with, or that is present there that maybe you can't necessarily deal with, like a condition in your life that there's a struggle or an adversity that just is sort of there. I don't know that it represents like a personal enemy or a personal bad situation, but I have a feeling it could be the latter, like maybe you're just stuck in a situation that has adversity for you or opposition.
You mean the former? Yeah. I feel like maybe the thing is that, adversity has come to us, regardless of how spiritual we are, regardless of the happiness we may show to the outside world, the kindness, is how we deal with adversity and how it affects us spiritually. And sometimes that, will color how we view things. A lot of people during the COVID crisis, who who've lost people, who have gotten really sick, whatever, they feel kind of challenged spiritually by what they've been through. And so I'm just saying that I think that maybe looking at how adversity affects you on a spiritual level might be something to come to terms with here. And the Page of Cups, reversed might indicate, you feel like, well, why can't I connect more clearly? Why am I getting mixed signals? Why do things seem so confusing? I loved what he said for the Page of Cups. I really don't want to add too much to that because that was just perfect. The Ace of Cups to me is indicating that, the cup is there. It's full and it is waiting for you. It is like you have to receive and open your heart to it and not let adversities in life taint your spiritual path. Let it support you through adversity as opposed to you feeling it's not on your side during adversity.
We don't really know you, Austin, so I don't know what your preferences are, but to me, what I said a few moments ago about the poetry of your life, now I'm getting this idea that I don't know if you like poetry, but maybe I'm thinking you should look for a book of poetry and try to read something that's inspiring. Don't necessarily have to go for anything deep. If it's not poetry, maybe there's a certain kind of prose, short stories even, something that would uplift you or give you something more inspiring in a way.
Well, and I don't know if you see me on Twitter. I'm just everywhere there. But the thing is, one of the things that I really like to post and repost and retweet on Twitter is some of the real inspirational things that people post out there. I mean, I think we all need those boosts. We all need to kind of think about and take in those messages deeply. They're very helpful. And so read books of quotations as well, because there's a lot, if not there, hey, there's plenty of quotations online to tap into. But I think that stuff like that might really help open you more and make you a little bit more receptive. Let's throw the Lenormand on this. That Five of Swords, that's the clincher here. The Page of Cups, there are many things you can do to try to tune in more psychically. There are many good books on this. There's a book that just came out by Matt Oren this year called Psychic Witch. Do not be afraid of that title. This is an awesome book. There are a lot of exercises in there on how to attune yourself psychically, and I highly recommend it.
Right, because no matter what you think of yourself spiritually, whether you think you're Christian or Muslim or pagan or whatever, these techniques really are universal.
Yeah. A lot of them. They're about meditation. They're about seeing auras. They're about even, trying to tap into the dream world, all kinds of stuff. He has so many good exercises in that book.
That's a good point. And I see that Adela Gang has joined us again. Hi there.
Oh, yeah. Very good, Adel Gang. I'll talk to you in a minute about the list. Okay, so we have Polar Bear, which is interesting, and the Sleigh, which is, again, a
the
trip.
ship.
This is like taking a trip into consciousness and maybe tapping into the more feminine energies. Now, I'm not talking about, necessarily deities or witchcraft or anything like that, but what about Mother Nature? I'm thinking that maybe you should be, getting some of your spiritual sustenance from the planet itself. This is a card that's very much feminine energy and self-empowerment. You need to boost your spirit up as well and really feel empowered that, on your spiritual path. Because that's what spiritual paths should do. They should empower you to feel strong within and without.
Well, we live in a society that tends to de-emphasize women's role in most areas of life, but to me, these qualities are not necessarily beholden to one gender or the other. And so to me, the polar bear, that's like Ursa Major. That's like she-bear. You don't mess with a she-bear. You're going to say she's too prissy. She's going to swipe your head off with one claw.
And I promote the kindness code on Twitter a lot. This Harsha Leonage, I think is his name. He talks about just the richness of experiences you can get from the natural world, and the kindness there that you can see. It just really changes your consciousness. When you go out into the silence of nature and just attune, it's very helpful as far as your spiritual life goes. And that's what we have for you, and we wish you a lot of success with that, Austin.
And you are progressing on a spiritual journey because you come to shows like ours.
Yeah.
And some of our folks here, esoterics and other people, also have wonderful programming along the same lines with tarot cards. So you should check all of that out.
Hey, Dominic, you are up, and then we have Sonali, Isabi, Divine You, Lee Gemini, Acel, and Adelgang will try to get you in. We'll do what we can to get you in. We were going to cut the list off with Acel, but if we can do it, we'll get you in. And we're closing it there. Everybody else who comes in, I'm sorry. Or your cards. Okay.
Yes.
So, Dominic, are you still with us?
There
yes,
it is.
You are. Okay.
All right.
Wow. Well, it's a
Thank
tough.
you, Austin.
It's still a tough time with the COVID. So let's see what we get for you, Dominic. That's good that you've got things going.
Good luck. Yeah. Awesome.
Hopefully,
How should I place my
maybe
focus?
we're
I like the way you
turning
say
the
that.
corner with this vaccine out there. Whether you believe in it or not, it might help mitigate some of this terrible stuff we've been going through. Let's hope where things are about to shift.
Well, don't go away too soon, though. We might be able to get to you. You're too nice for us to not try.
I know. People who have been here before in particular, I'm kind of partial to. New people, they may just have to come back.
Speaking of which, we are back again on Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m., so don't forget that.
There will be Twitter and Facebook giveaways in this week or the next week ahead. So if you are not following us on Facebook and Twitter, I suggest checking it out. We're giving away a couple of small tarot decks. And eventually, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube will be in line for a giveaway of a big coloring book. A really nice one by an Oracle artist.
We're doing Dominic now, Isabi, so you're not losing your place.
No, Isabi. Dominic was first, and then Sonali, and then you. I've had this list like this forever. And then Divine You, and Lee Gemini, Acel, and Adelgang.
And my cards are all mixed up. Maybe you want to grab another deck.
But Isabi, if you had a question and you have to go, we can answer it. So just write it down, and we'll take care of it.
I don't know how that happened. It's still happening. God bless it. The cards are all mixed up. Do you want to just grab another deck so we can start? This is going to take a while to sort out.
Happen?
I don't know, but there's no sense in wasting time over
You're
it.
good. Just put them together and give them back. I'll take care
I'm
of it.
working on it.
Oh.
I guess I am getting old.
Maybe I did it, but I didn't think I
No,
did.
you didn't do it. I did it. I know I did it, but I just don't know how I did it. That's a sign of getting old.
Oh, my. All right.
Oh, my goodness.
Just give them to me, Mr. Oh, you're going to ruin my deck. I know it. Arr. They look fine.
Okay, because I finally got them in order. It took me that long.
Nope, they don't look fine. You didn't get them in order.
Okay, so I tried.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Good luck, Isabi, because I can't even learn how to shuffle the cards lately.
I don't think he can talk and tie his shoe at the same time. Is that the saying, Mr. O? Talk and tie your shoe at the same time?
Chew bubble gum, etc.,
Something like
etc.
that. Chew bubble gum. Yeah.
Okay, we are on Dominic's question.
Okay, business.
Sorry.
You are nervous. Here.
No, I just shifted.
It is the Two of Wands reversed. But don't panic yet because we have some good stuff coming. Okay, we have the Hierophant upright.
called Faith in this deck.
And the Wheel of Fortune. So this seems like a very fateful time to start this. It looks like the stars are in alignment. The clouds are parting. The wheel is a good sign. The wheel is on the upswing for you right now, Dominic. So this might be a really good time to get things going. I think you're going to have to apply your skills, if you don't feel like you have enough knowledge, you may have to take up some study to get more. It's possible, too, that maybe you have to seek advice from someone, business advice, financial advice is possible.
Well, I often think about the idea that this card expresses some idea of an orthodoxy. In other words, in your case, this could be saying, like, have faith in your business plan or in the information you're working with, because you'll want to do that. That is your best way forward, is to really follow conventional principles. But
And so the Two of Wands reversed indicates to me that, don't be too hasty with things and recognize that maybe in the beginning things may not move as quickly as you would like. There may be delays. There may be some lack of progress. But don't let it shake you, because I have a feeling here that fortune is on your side on this.
right, the Two of Wands reversed would seem to be a definite idea that there's a delay or there's some uncertainty. But it may not be long-lasting at all, because there's nothing else that really indicates time length
Well,
here.
this does. This talks about timing a little bit. And what I think it's saying is time is on your side. So really, don't rush the process. Just understand that it may not start out as well as you thought in the beginning, which is why you may want to seek out some support, some help, or some knowledge. Tap into somebody who can give you some advice, and it seems like there's a destiny or a fate here. It's on your side.
It's mostly just about waiting till everything falls into place, because I think that's what the wheel says, is that the startup, like she said, may be slow, or that there's some slow amount of progress. But clearly, I think this happens within this year. I mean, I don't think this is prolonged at all.
Yeah, the wheel is like is about cycles too and seasons. So I think
Wands is spring, right?
wands are spring.
Yeah.
So you might have to get through the
Getting
spring.
through the spring. Yeah.
I hate to say it. It might start turning around in the spring.
Yeah. So let's do the Lenormand. Happy. Yeah, I can't imagine what it would be like to be starting a business now.
Well, we are.
Oh, we are, yeah. I guess I can imagine. And it's been a little slow.
And it's been a little slow, but that's okay. I haven't been pushing the envelope on it yet because I've been working still, so it's coming.
Exactly, yep.
Okay, this is like going to back up some of what we were saying, Dominic. So there's the storybook, which is basically the book in the Lenormand. And then we have the goldfish ornament, which is the fish in the Lenormand.
This is a good for business.
It's very good for business. It's like keeping the books, for money coming in, keeping the books. But also, I feel as though maybe you're going to have to get some help managing the books, and your finances. Maybe that's where the advisor will come in.
Okay.
But I do feel the fish is indicating that there's some money flowing towards you. And like I said, you may just need some help managing it. You may have to do some research on certain business things, whether it's taxes, financial kind of stuff.
Well, the book is about realizations or learning, right? So
Yes.
maybe what this is saying is that as you learn the business, things will just flow more
Things
too.
will flow.
Yeah.
I think it's really looking good.
Yep.
So,
All right,
there's
Dominic?
always a little hiccup in the road.
Sure.
Boy, wouldn't we wish everything
the
could just
question.
go... What?
Thanks for the question.
Thanks for the question, Dominic. Were you cutting me off, Mr. O?
Every chance I can.
Sonali wanted a divine message, so we're going to do that. You want to grab a deck?
Alrighty, I'll grab my Nefertari again.
Alrighty.
Thank you, awesome.
Awesome? Awesome. Oh, thank you, Dominic. At first I thought you were meaning Austin, but...
No, I said awesome. I guess I want to say, yes, we're awesome. Thanks.
I think the reading was awesome.
So, divine message for Sonali.
Yeah, and I think they'll check on it later if they're not here, but they might be. I don't know. After Sonali, let me go through again, is Isaby, Divine You, Lead Gemini, Acel, and Edelgame.
Right.
Oh, okay. All right, Edelgame, take care.
All right.
You have a good
Thanks for
holiday
dropping in.
as well.
Maybe we'll see you again.
You never know. We might be live streaming on Christmas Eve. That is a Thursday.
So that's going to be real late for you or real early.
Oh, yeah. We're
It'll be
debating
Christmas
whether
Day,
we
maybe.
might move our live stream earlier on
Yeah, we
Christmas
might
Eve.
do it like in the late afternoon.
We're still thinking about that.
But yeah, we think we're going to do it on Christmas Eve. So there you go. I know.
Oh, Sonali, no, you are up right now. We're about to do your reading. You wanted
Yes.
a divine message, right? So we're doing that for you.
Here we go.
2 4s.
Ooh.
That's nice.
4s are good numbers. They're good numbers for financial, mostly
Yeah.
prosperity. So you have the 2 of Wands, Sonali.
Yes, it is, Angel. Yeah, we have the 4 of Wands, and then we have and that was our card of the day today, I believe.
I think
and
so,
the
yeah.
9 of Swords, is that?
Reversed.
Reversed. Which is a good way to get that card. And the 4 of Pentacles upright. So for a divine message,
Thank you.
you know, this is a time I think the divine is telling you to celebrate your life and celebrate yourself. There may have been some struggles and some disappointments and some worries in your life, the 9 of Swords reversed, but this is a time of healing for you. And the best way to heal is to really love yourself. And I think the 4 of Wands is just saying, do things to celebrate you. You know, do things that make you feel better. Today's card was like everybody's partying and going to a celebration of some sort. And for you guys here, this is the party.
I think the 4 of Pentacles is talking about your relationship with money or prosperity. And so I'm thinking that the divine message is saying, appreciate what you have. It's not wrong to want more.
Yes.
It's not wrong to be displeased because you have less. But try to look at your relationship with money and resolve some of that, at least spiritually within yourself.
Oh, your B-Day. Oh, you are a New Year's baby.
Oh, my.
Wow. Well, we're gonna have to do a birthday candle wish spread for you. So definitely see us either what day is that? That's a Friday.
That'll be the day after our reading. We could do it on New Year's Eve.
Well, either that or the Sunday before.
Yeah.
We'll do a birthday.
So it'll be the
wish
Sunday
spread
after
for
your
you.
birthday or the night before your birthday.
Or the Sunday before, I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole week before.
Anyway, around your birthday. No, it's not a whole week before. It's just days before. Days.
I guess so, but we're live streaming the night before. New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I know, but it's late for I don't know where Sonali's at, but could it be late?
You're arguing with me on
I
the
am.
set.
Okay, sorry, we digress. Let's get back to today. And so that was so wonderful what he said. Mr. O kind of takes the words out of my mouth sometimes.
I certainly can't stop you from mouthing them.
Because the 4 of Pentacles to me, because this is about your spirit, a spiritual message is about how do you relate to money and your resources. And it's to make peace with that, and, sometimes
Because that's
people
where the
feel
happiness
guilty
is, really.
if they have too much, and they feel like, they shouldn't, they don't deserve the wealth that they have. Or on the other hand, people sometimes feel like, they're always lacking something. Show perspective here. Money is only an aspect of who we are. It's very important to survive with, but don't focus your whole life and let your spiritual journey get muddled into thoughts about the material.
I want to feel that the 9 of Swords reversed here is really talking about the fact that you are reflecting maybe on a past you didn't appreciate as much, but that really your thoughts are about how you have expanded and how you're better, and how you take everybody's concerns into yourselves, but don't let that bring you down.
Right. I feel that it's either healing of yourself or, you might be kind of the person who's there for others in times of needs as well to help them heal. And in a way, that's a wonderful path to take, that is.
So Isaby will have a birthday about a week later. I guess we'll do that too if you show up.
All right then, Isaby, you know where to find us. Just let us know. I keep that birthday candle spread of mine nearby, so...
All right, so we're going to do the Lenormand to finish Sonali's divine message. And we have the star once again. Inspiration and hope.
I don't know if this means there is somebody on the other side. It could be a male figure. I mean, it's indicated by the snowman card, but, it could be anybody, somebody ancestral who really, really is there guiding you, is there to be your guide. So this message actually might be coming from this person. They're guiding your path right now.
Think about your dreams. Maybe for the next week or so, leave a little notepad at your bed so that if you have a dream, you can write it down and you won't forget it right away. But I think Banshee's right. And I feel that some of that is connected to the 9 of Swords, because maybe this was an ancestral spirit that was moved by what your past experiences were. And so now they have kind of resonated to you and they're there. You just maybe want to acknowledge them in different ways. And I know you know how to do that. So
this is somebody who really wants you to take in that message, I feel, of celebrating yourself, and who you are. They seem to have very high regard for you, and that's why they are watching out for you. And that's what we have. Good luck with that.
Merry Christmas. Blessed be.
Hey, Isaby, guess what? You're up. And after Isaby is Divine You, Lee Gemini, Acel, and Adelgang is gone, but we'll catch up with them.
My cards.
Some other time. And I think I've got my deck correct now, Mr. O. Don't mess with... Oh, no, I didn't yet. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
It just keeps getting remessed up. There's
no,
like a little gremlin.
There's some right
running
at the
around
bottom. Here we go. These were missed. Even if they're backwards, we can still work with them. We'll get them right.
So, is it a general reading, or do you have a specific question?
Yeah, what do you have? Oh, wait, did you write your question?
I don't remember.
Have it. I think you might have put it earlier.
Yeah, you did write a question earlier.
I'm sorry I didn't write that one down.
Let's see if we can find it.
Whoops, I just lost my... There we go. Can you find it?
I'm looking.
It's about a friend on Facebook. That's right, I remember something about that. Do you just want information about them or about messaging them? Okay.
Oh, I think you were wondering if they were legit or something. I have a printmaker Facebook crush. Will anything come of it?
Okay, got it.
Do you want me to grab a deck?
No, I just found the rest of the bad
no,
cards.
No, you'll never let me grab a deck.
I want to use this deck. So if there's some messed up in here, there are. We'll just steal. There might be a few, but I think I got most of them. And you're welcome, Sonali.
You're welcome.
care.
Namaste. Let's not mess the cards up again.
Oops. All right. Wow, there is all wand cards here, I want to say. So the first one is the Queen of Wands, and the Queen of Wands is reversed. The second is the Ace of Wands upright. And the third one is the Three of Wands upright.
So there's a lot of potential in this friendship or relationship.
To start something new.
Right. A lot of it looks like it's very growthful and that it may present mostly as networking and strong friendship. There's great trust and factors here. There's a little bit of dissonance with the Queen of Wands.
Some argumentation, the wands, being that they're all wands, there's a lot of fire energy here. So, might be a clash of creative ideas.
Right, because you mentioned that this is more of a working situation, at least at present, or that there's communication along that. So you may both have really strong ideas, but I don't think that this is really like a sign that there's nothing to come of it. To me, it just sort of is engagements, just sort of like maybe it creates the thrill of the hunt kind of thing. Like there's just, you want to get at it. And this really says something's happening.
Yeah, that's the beginning of something very growthful, positive, especially if it ends up being a business of some sort or just a creative project using your creativity. Now look at here. We have, of course, the 3, and there's that ship out at sea that they're just waiting for it to come in. So I think this is very positive for working together with this person.
Now, if it is, the question was basically as a crush, would something come of this? This is kind of indicating there's a fair chance of that. It just may not happen right away, that this may be just something worth waiting for,
yes,
though.
Yes.
Because that's what it looks like. And that this may be, you could be each other's muse, you could be twin flames, you could be these things. It doesn't necessarily say that they are, but there's clearly something strongly attractive between you two, or more so once you finally keep coming closer together.
Very interesting cards, And
it speaks totally to the creativity that you've mentioned in a way.
Let's see what we got with these.
I always like the Queen of Wands.
Well, it is reversed, but you know what? I do like the Queen of Wands, too. I always gravitated to that card.
Mm-hmm. Well, I always liked it because in some decks she has a little black cat sitting by her throne, and I just like that.
Well, there's that acorn again, and the polar bear again. Now, the polar bear is interesting because there's a lot of elements to the polar bear. We'll get to that in a minute. And then it came with the acorns, the clover in the Lenormand. Again, luck through, this partnership, this working together. It's very empowering. The polar bear is often about empowerment, but also the polar bear can be about financial resources and well-being as well. There's something that could build, a financial war chest here, so to speak. I feel like this is very positive.
Yeah, I see these cards working with each other a lot. I see the acorns working with the Ace of Wands. I see the polar bear working with both the Queen of Wands as well as the Three of Wands, because I think it's about power.
Acorn hats too. So I think that, this is a very, The clover is about luck and synchronicity and timing. It just seems like this kind of was a fated thing that happened here. It's very fortuitous, and I feel that this is going to empower you in some way. That even if this doesn't, in my mind, it looks like it's going to work out, but even if it doesn't work out, you're going to come away a lot stronger than you were before you met this person.
They may just be somebody that ends up being one of your best friends, even if it doesn't go beyond that. Just somebody that you cherish because they're that important to you. So it could be anything, really.
This is what the cards say right now is a B. So hey, I hope it works out.
Yes, really.
Timing is everything. I know. Oh, do I know?
So that was fun to read.
Yeah. Been a lot of good. I'm really glad there were a lot of good readings today. Divine You. Let's hope we can give you one. Are you still with us? Divine You is up, and then Lead Gemini and a Cell. And we'll close
Well, it kind of seemed like half of my emotional readings on Friday were mostly good for people, and about half of your material readings were good too, right? Wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, about half.
I
think the first two, the fire and air, it's a little complicated for them in the week ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the Tarot of the Northern Shadows for Divine's question. What are my spirit's message? What is it I am missing to communicate with them?
Okay. All right. 3 cards. In just a few minutes, we'll be going into overtime, but that's okay. We'll go finish our 2 readings, and we'll call it a day.
It's been a fun afternoon. We thank everybody for being here. Don't forget to watch us next week if you want a chance at winning the Guardian of the Night Tarot. That's
beautiful tarot.
That's for our Continental subscribers, but we do have a prize for subscribers that are beyond the Continental, and that'll be our free 12-card reading for next year, one for each month. So check that out. That's next Sunday.
Guys, subscribe, and also there's mini giveaways on Facebook and Twitter, so follow us and be a part of it. The season of giving. All right. Yes,
you are on the list to sell.
You will be after Divine You is Lead Gemini, and then your reading.
So 2 more. Or maybe 1 more. We'll see.
Okay. So we have the 7 of Wands, and that's reversed. We have the 3 of Swords, and that is upright. And then we have the 6 of Swords, and that is reversed. And so, what are you missing? That's a good question, Divine You, because that 6 of Swords right there does speak about a blockage, a lack of movement, maybe a lack of getting through, to the other side.
It is also possible that maybe Spirit thinks there's something here you still need to ponder, that you can't move forward until you've resolved something else.
And maybe it's some blockage from the past, some previous heartache or disappointments or sorrows that you just haven't let go of, you haven't released. And in a way, it's blocking the flow of, communication between the other side.
And basically, you're not in a good spot with that.
It's putting you at a disadvantage, all of this. It's really funny. So what is Spirit telling you need to do about this? Because I literally think this is just spelled out the situation as it stands.
Right. It's not really clear other than saying that those are issues you need to address. Sorry, that loud bump was Sunman jumping down from his perch.
I have a thought. I pulled another card. And I pulled the 8 of Swords upright, which is really interesting to me because it fits, again, right in with all of these cards.
Yeah, it only says that, yes, there's sort of a containment
there.
here of sorts.
Yeah, it's basically saying, and you know what? The thing about the Eight of Swords, Divine You, is that this person feels like they are trapped. But look at them. There's spaces between the swords, and in a lot of the Eight of Sword decks, there's like their hands are tied, but they're tied really loosely. Like they could escape anytime they wanted to. So in other words, I think what the message is here is you have to, it's you. You have to break those binds yourself. There's something here that you have to release in order to be free and break through with the communications. Something is blocking you, and it seems like it's some prior negative experiences of some sort.
Well, to change the guide is saying you need to change your position. That you're sort of feeling like you don't have advantages, but you probably do, and you just need to reverse that thought. That you just need to find the ideas of what puts you at advantage, and mostly it is just seeing you have the most to do with whatever you might think is limiting you.
Yeah. It's all within you. So, I just suggest meditating more and doing what you need to do to try to...
Yeah, because there's 3 swords there. You called that right, Divine. 3 swords.
The possibility is if you're stuck, maybe it's time to take different approaches. So, hey, read some books, look at what other people are doing to try to break through to the spiritual realm. Try a different approach.
That's a lot of us.
Some of us, we get so locked into the way we do things that we don't think there might be another way.
You're welcome, Angel.
Hey, Angel, take
Bon
care.
appetit.
Good luck with the next week and looking good.
So we're going to look at the Lenormand for you, Divine You.
Here.
And we have the stocking.
This is really interesting. And what do we have?
Gingerbread, which is...
It's kind of not what you would expect it to be.
Oh, I keep screwing this up, don't I?
All right, but let's look at how many are there. There's lots of gingerbread.
Yeah.
And it's a number 20. It's the park.
Oh.
The garden or the park. I don't know
Okay.
why they chose gingerbread.
I always forget this, yeah.
But
'cause
it looks like social in a way.
Okay.
The gingerbread are communing. So basically, Divine You, what this is telling me is there are gifts and messages for you from this other realm just waiting to come through. I believe they're there and waiting to connect with you. It's up to you to be open and receptive to receiving the messages and clearing those things that are blocking you. I believe this is a true sign that this is there. The stocking is the gift, the flowers.
I knew you were going to say that, yeah.
Gina, we'll see you soon. Bark, bark.
Was it the gingerbread, Gina?
Hey, I thought you were taking a break from bark, but I see you're on a mission with E.T. Well, good luck with that. The more that enjoy it, the merrier.
So, yes, meditation is one of those things that sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have to cross a threshold and then the mind stills. I mean, I remember in my initial progress too, getting to the point where the mind actually does become still takes a while.
The park or garden is something about social gatherings and stuff. So when I look at it in relation to your question about, the spiritual journey, is basically how to connect. And then you have this card of gifts. It seems to me you have the gift to do this. I just feel like it's, if it's not, if it's not something within you blocking you, it's really only a matter of time. Something is going to break through. This is clearly an indication of that. So that's what we have for you.
All right.
Good luck with that.
And thank you again.
Hey, Lee Gemini, are you still hanging out with us? Because if you are, it is your turn.
So just say yes.
Just say yes and
Or
start typing your question,
your question.
and it is now your shot. Oh, your cards. Let me go back to the beautiful Gilded Tarot Royale. Well, you know, birds are messengers too, I know. It's a good thing to do.
I'm taking off the hat.
You know, maybe, I don't know if you get a lot from bodies of water too. Maybe to be by, you know, a body of water and meditate there and just let that flow. I
Thank
don't
you,
know.
Divine.
Maybe taking, you know, a nice warm bath before sleep as well might be another way to inspire, you know, that dream messages to come through.
You are so welcome, and you're a lovely person too. May
Hey,
your
you
star
take
be
care,
at
and we're
peace.
still rooting for you for that other thing. Hopefully we'll come through.
So I don't know if Lee Gemini is still with us.
Stay there.
We've called them. I'm going to type their name in and see. But as a new person, they
Stay.
may have wandered on. In which case, it means it's a sell then, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, Lee, this is your last chance. Are you with us? I know it took a while. You might have given up, and we're sorry if that is the case. I have a question for Lee Gemini. Oh my goodness. What's coming towards them in love? Why
Okay,
don't we
right.
do
We
it?
did get your question, so hopefully you'll come back and find that. We're going to go ahead and do that.
Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, Lee, this is for you. I'm going to let you shuffle, and I'm going to write a note on here. Just in case they tune in to the video.
And it's at about the hour and 5 minutes point, or 2 hours and 5 minutes point, right near the end. The second to the last reading.
Okay, we'll have to get Sunny on camera because Sunny's begging for it. Can you see him? There he is. I'm not letting him interfere with the reading space today. Yeah. All right. So what's coming towards them in love? Wow. Some interesting cards, Lee Gemini. We have the moon upright. But we have the Ten of Wands upright as well. And then the Five of Swords reversed. Well, I don't know what's coming towards you in love, but do you have an idea? I'm thinking about this.
I think there's the possibilities that something romantic is coming to you, but I'm
Yeah.
wondering if it brings a sense of a burden, or that if it happens, it may just feel like it's a lot more work, or it's not really what you want. So be wary of a commitment, or be wary of certain commitments, because they may feel, you know, not really right or not correct. I don't know if maybe this is pertaining even
I
to
think it
a
is.
relationship that you're still in and getting out of, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I think this is not that so much, but I wouldn't disallow that possibility.
Yeah, we don't have a chance to chat with you because you're gone already, Lee. But the thing is that I feel like there is some burdens attached to relationships right now. Are you carrying baggage from a previous relationship that's kind of bringing you down? And right now, you know, you've kind of are at the position of maybe not trusting a lot of people. That's one aspect I could take. Another thing is, like what he is suggesting here, is that something might be coming towards you because the moon kind of indicates that to me, that there could be a romance on the horizon, but it may be one that's kind of a struggle to maintain for some reason or another. And it might be because this person has ulterior motives of some sort. Maybe there is something untrustworthy about this person, and you kind of have to look out for yourself here. And I would suggest to you, going forward, that if you're looking for a new relationship, make sure you have your own interests at heart. This is not to say to be selfish. It's not selfish to look out for yourself, but be very careful with the kind of people you hook up with.
Well, the burden of this possible relationship could have something to do with the fact that they sort of thrive on negativity. So the thing is that maybe that just sort of fuels their life as being negative. I mean, I don't want to say too many names, but I have a few friends who just seem like they're always negative, but they're always negative in a more stressful way because they're always pissed off, negative or angry. They're always complaining vehemently, like as if almost they are just ready to have a fight with somebody. And it's one thing to feel like you have burdens and problems, but to be that level of anger is something has to change there.
So we pulled the reindeer, which is the rider in the traditional Lenormand, and the star ornament, which is the stars in the Lenormand. And that's very hopeful to me. I have a feeling that something is going to happen. Whether it's going to turn out okay or not is the question, but I feel like probably my feeling is that something is going to happen after the new year. It's not going to be right now, but you're going to get some kind of news, or somebody is going to actually come into your life, and it's going to give you some hope and optimism, definitely. Whether it's going to pan out in the end or not, maybe ultimately you will feel better for going through the experience. It'll just make you that much stronger and ready for the next opportunity that comes along.
Right. It is possible that really what this talks about is you being in caring for somebody enough to help them shoulder their own burdens. But I do see what Banshee's saying too, is that something is directly coming towards you. So it's up to you how you decide to react to it and what you can do with it. Is it a raw material you can shape? Or is it something that already pretty is established and you have to decide if you really fit in there or not?
Yeah. That's what we have for you, Lee. Good luck with that, and thanks for joining in. I hope you do catch this reading on the video. Hey, Estelle, you are up.
And you are our
last reading for the day. So I hope you're still with us, Estelle. You want to just use this deck again?
Mm-hmm. That's fine. I misspelled the name again.
ASSEL.
I know.
We'll give Estelle a couple minutes before signing off, and hey, there you are. All right, Estelle, go ahead with your question. So, Estelle, you're our last reading of the day.
And for everyone else, we'll be back next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And next Sunday, 2 to 4 p.m. Let me give them to you. Okay, Estelle, we're waiting on the question. There it is. Is a relationship coming in 2021? Want to do a yes/no first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I finally broke down and had a cough drop. I've had a little tickle,
I have this whole cup of lemonade, raspberry lemonade, and I haven't drank any.
Sunman, you may come up for the final moments, I think. We'll see.
No. He's being really good. Sort of. Are you teasing him?
Hello, my little sunman. Give the moon to everyone. Later.
Well,
Later.
it's leaning towards yes, but it's a very tentative yes to me. This is a beautiful card. I just love this Ace of Cups in this deck. So just gorgeous. But that's one of the aces I got. And then I've got the Ace of Wands reversed. Where the problem comes in is with the third card, which is the Page of Cups reversed. So, I'm wondering if there is going to be a relationship that just doesn't meet your expectations. You know, somebody new enters your life, and you give it a go, you give it a try, but it may not end up being all that it was cracked up to be when you first met the person.
Well,
What
they
do you
may be
think?
somebody that presents work for you, and that maybe there's enough there emotionally to keep you there, but they're sort of like a diamond in the rough in a way. That's an American expression if you're not familiar with it. And so I'm thinking that this could be a relationship that you will be in, but you may have mixed feelings about it. It may not be the most committed relationship for you. It's not like it's just marking time. There's just sort of some things there that maybe there's an emotional neediness on their part, perhaps.
Right, or also that they're just, they have a lot of grandiose ideas and dreams and stuff, and they seem to kind of get lost in them, and you got to kind of bring them back down to earth once in a while. And so I feel that they're very creative, but they also maybe have an imagination that's overactive. So, it just may not be your cup of tea ultimately. But the other thing is, if you do want to work with this person, I feel like there's a maturation process that's going to have to go on with this relationship. So if you do get involved in this relationship, recognize that it may take time for you to really feel like I could really love this person, or I could, spend my life with this person.
So if it's not about the person being mature or needing to mature, it could just be about that situation, that it's a relationship that needs to grow slowly in certain ways, and to discover each other and your strengths or talents, or what it is that does draw you. Because I feel like there's something that will draw you, but like I said, there's some things that are rough there,
Yeah.
and that you will be challenged by, and you may at times wonder if you're doing the right thing.
Well, being that it's a page also, I feel like this person might be slightly younger than you, potentially, or they have that kind of a youthful immaturity about them. There's some things that they really need to mature. And also, Asel, this could be a water sign. We've got two water cards here that are very dominant, so I feel like this could be a water sign. So let's see what we've got with the Lenormand to add to this. I don't have a good timing on this, but there are two cups, Mr. O. What do you think?
That could say summer. Cups are summer, so it could say that this is more likely to happen around summertime.
Okay, this is very interesting, Asel. So we have the star. Looks kind of dark there, Mr. O.
I know our light seems to have given out.
Oh.
Well, I turned that one off,
Yeah.
and this light's
And then we have the tree. Well, this is kind of interesting to me. So I think what it's saying is that, this could take time to grow into something positive. The star, there is hope here. This is not a lost cause relationship, but, it's just whether you really think this person is the one or not. And if you do, recognize the fact it will take some time for this relationship to develop into something that will withstand the test of time.
Which is kind of like what we saw with the tarot cards. The Lenormand seems to correspond to. I think I was leaning more positively towards the idea that this was something you would be involved in. I'm not putting a value on whether it's really what satisfies you, but I sort of feel like it's something that you are drawn to enough to want to give it a chance. And like Banshee says, maybe it's just a matter of time. Taking your time. Hey, we all have time.
Yeah,
we just all
got
have
nothing but time. Well, that's what we have for you, Asal. Well, good luck with that. I'm glad you got your reading in. And we'll catch up with that old gang another time. And hopefully Lee Gemini will come back for more. And it's been a pleasure, as always, reading for everybody today. We had a great time. And we had some good readings. We helped a lot of people out today. So take care. And we will see you soon. Have anything to add, Mr. O?
No, snow is nice. Even if we have to shovel it sometimes.
I'd rather have it in a snow globe, though.
So thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.